Yo, what's up ladies, and welcome to the 2026 Diablo Immortal Beginner's Guide. So, we have like 18 topics in this video guide, and I can assure you that once we're done with this guide, your gameplay will be smooth sailing, smoother than the quantum stabilized atom mirror. So let's get into it. So first off, we have the class, and you may be thinking, what's the best class for beginners? Well, the meta hero right now, apart from the Barbarian and the Crusader, is the Demon Hunter. Because once it snaps, the Demon Hunter can deal massive damage. Its skills relies on traps that deals AoE damage, and also, it can pull enemies towards its trap and more. The Demon Hunter excels at mid to long range fighting, laying traps while playing it safe while dealing massive damage away from its enemies. Next we have the gears and difficulty. So in Diablo Immortal, your gears determines your skill, and there's a ton of gears to choose from, to make sure that you get a headache while trying to figure out the best skill combinations. And also your gears determines your basic stats like the HP and damage. This means there's no stats points to allocate every time you level up. In other words, your gears is your stats. Then there's also your random attributes. And you can tap this icon here to check what your attributes is about, like the fortitude, willpower, etc., etc. Furthermore, the other gears are only available in higher difficulty. This means that you can be overpowered right from the start, and you need to increase your difficulty level to unlock those gears. And don't worry, you will know how to unlock those difficulty levels. That's because it will be in your main quests, so pay attention to main quest, and don't tap all the main quest dialogues like a crazy drunkard. Next is the essence. In the game you might want to maintain a certain skill and don't want to part with it for some reasons. This is where the essence transfer is about. You can switch to a stronger gear while maintaining the same skill. And don't worry, you can switch as many times as you like. But before you can transfer your skill to other gear, you need to extract your other gear to register it for essence transfer before you can transfer it without limits. But just make sure that you extract your weaker gears and not your stronger gear. Next we have the PvP aspect of the game. By the way, I'm just playing for a week and I don't know how many PvP arenas there are yet. But anyway, PvP is important for your growth since it gives daily reward even if you lose the match. And you will get another reward for every time you increase your rank from bronze to gold rank. And lastly, PvP battles is a daily task, so try to complete the required match per day to get those items, especially the aspirant keys for the Horadrim chest. Next we have the legendary gems. So my tips for you is, you cannot sock it to legendary gems of the same kind on your normal gears. So as a beginner, try to avoid crafting to gems of the same kind. Avoid this early mistake that I did. Next is the legend of the Horadrim. So, before you can access the Horadrim room, you need to unlock it first on the main quests. After that you get a daily task on it, and enter the Horadrim, kill the mobs as you make your way to the chests room, and sometimes the mobs drops an aspirant key for the Horadrim chests. So my tips is, don't speed your way towards the room and ignore the mobs. Check if it drops a key. The key can be used to unlock a Horadrim chest and get a random gem specifically for the Horadrim. These gems can be used to strengthen your Horadrim vessels, which in short, it increases your base stats attributes. That's typically the use of this Horadrim mechanics. Next, we have the Seeker's Path. The Seeker's Path is another important mechanics of the game that increases your stats. And you can also tap the Ancestral Tablio, upgrade equipment, or Hell Query for more information. You can also tap the chest to see what reward you can get. Next is the Codex. The Codex is like a beginner's guidebook, or a compass of things that ranges from daily activity, weekly activity, quest, conquest, and so on. So if you don't know what to do or where to go, then open your Codex and tap the activity and do your dailies, especially the daily activity. Next is my favorite mechanic in the game, and that's the activity calendar. The activity calendar is where you see other activities that is happening on that day, and the time when it will happen, and what's more, you can tap that navigation arrow to auto-travel to the nearest portal that you already unlocked. Next we have the Paragon. The Paragon is some kind of a character level that unlocks the Paragon skills, or buffs, or both. You can also reset all your Paragon skills without paying anything, but eventually you will unlock it all. By the way, the Paragon skill also comes with stats. That's why I said it's some kind of character level. Next we have the events. Events are a good way to get some extra free rewards, but you just need to complete some tasks to get them. So my tips for you is, first complete your daily task, then after that, do the events and try to complete the task here. And if you can complete all the tasks in the event, then it's okay, at least you get a little bit of something. Next we have the mail system. This is also one of my favorite mechanics in this game. In Diablo Immortal, when you accidentally leave an item inside the dungeon, then the game will automatically send that item back to you via mail. And what's more, this mechanics is very useful in Warbands when doing the depth quest in Warbands. Why? Because you can check multiple rooms in the depth quest in Warbands to make the depth quest finish faster, and you don't need to worry if your teammates open a chest without you. Because when your teammate opens a chest, and naturally you can get the items because you're on the other room clearing mobs. So what happens is that the item that you didn't pick up inside that dungeon will automatically be sent to you via mail. Next we have the notification system inside the game. This one is very useful. The game will send you a notification when other events or activities is starting, so this way you won't miss it. Next is the Warbands. The Warbands is different from clans, and even now I'm still confused as to why the game separate this two. But anyways, you can create Warbands for free. Hence, creating a clan will cost you to pay 3,000 platinum, which is the non-premium currency of the game. Also, Warbands has their own activities like Purge the Depth and Defense of Sirunga and normal Hellquery Raid. There's also this unique buffs in Warbands where you need to get these set items in the Purge the Depths activity, then equip the set items before the buff applies. And I think this is the main activity of Warband to get those set items for the buffs. Next we have the clan. And there's several activities in the clan like the Accursed Tower, PvP like the Tower War, and there's also a clan war of sorts, and to be honest I haven't participated in clan war, but how do I know? Well, the game will send notifications for clan war even if you have no clan. That's how I know. Next is the navigate system. In Diablo Immortal, the game ensures that you will get to your destination, whether it be a main quest, side quests, or just any activity. This is where this navigation comes in handy, and you will unlock it in one of your main quests very early in the game. And now we are down to our last two topics, and our second to the last topic is the Party Finder. Here you can find the random dungeon function and the navigate, which in other words, opening a party list created by other players at that time. And what's more, you can create your own party and choose what kind of activity your party is going to do at that time. And lastly, you can roam around and kill some mobs while waiting for the party to start. And finally, we're down to our last topic, and our last topic for this video is the market system. In this game, almost all your items are bound to your character alone, and you don't share the same storage system even if you have multiple characters. And what's more, the only thing you can sell between players is the unbound items, which has this sign. And what's more, you're gonna want to sell your other items like gems, essence, and even unbound pets to get 10,000 platinum to say the least, because you're going to need platinum if you want to increase your overall combat rating. In other words, platinum is an endgame mechanics where free-to-play players can also compete by selling stuff to get platinum to buy whatever that it is. Because in the end you need platinum if you want to improve more. So that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to show your appreciation. But anyways, thank you for watching and see you on the next.